In the next few minutes, I'm going to expose 8 soda brands that are secretly packing twice the sugar you think, hiding it behind clever marketing, flashy labels, and low-calorie claims. Plus, I'll reveal 3 honest brands that actually deliver flavor without turning your body into a sugar bomb. Stay until the end because number 1 on this list will completely change how you shop the beverage aisle. Number 8. Pepsi. Pepsi has been a household staple since 1998, synonymous with refreshment and fun. Walk into any convenience store, restaurant, or vending machine area, and you'll see that familiar blue logo staring back at you. It's been positioned as the choice of a new generation, the drink for people who want to break free from convention. But behind that familiar blue label and those clever Super Bowl commercials lies a sugar strategy that could shock you. A standard 12-ounce can contains 39 grams of sugar. That's nearly 10 teaspoons in a single serving. Let me put that in perspective for you. The American Heart Association recommends no more than 25 grams of added sugar per day for women and 36 grams for men. One can of Pepsi already puts most people over their daily limit. And we haven't even talked about breakfast, lunch, dinner, or any other snacks yet. And here's the kicker. Marketing terms like classic taste and cola perfection mask the reality that every sip floods your bloodstream with sugar spikes that your body simply wasn't designed to handle. High fructose corn syrup, the primary sweetener in most Pepsi formulations, is linked to insulin resistance, fatty liver disease, and long-term weight gain. Unlike regular sugar, which is half glucose and half fructose, high fructose corn syrup contains a higher ratio of fructose, which is metabolized primarily by the liver. When your liver is overwhelmed with fructose, it converts the excess into fat, leading to fatty liver disease, a condition that was once rare but is now becoming alarmingly common, even in children. Why does Pepsi use high fructose corn syrup instead of regular sugar? It's inexpensive, easy to source in massive quantities, and maximizes sweetness without caring about your health. From a business perspective, it's brilliant. From a health perspective, it's catastrophic. Pepsi doesn't publish independent testing of its syrup composition or detailed sugar impact studies. Transparency isn't part of the business model. When you're selling billions of cans worldwide, the last thing you want is consumers scrutinizing what's actually in each one. Processing methods don't help either. High-speed bottling lines prioritize shelf life, color consistency, and carbonation levels over nutritional integrity. When billions of cans are produced worldwide, across hundreds of different facilities, oversight on sugar concentration, potential contaminants, or syrup composition variations is minimal at best. Independent reports show variations in sugar content depending on the bottling plant and region, meaning your sugar intake could be even higher than the label indicates. A can bottled in one facility might have slightly different sugar levels than one bottled across the country or around the world. Pepsi's marketing team excels at disguising this reality. They've mastered the art of emotional manipulation through advertising. Nostalgia campaigns remind you of simpler times. Celebrity endorsements make you associate their product with success and glamour. Catchy slogans and memorable jingles ensure their brand stays top of mind. Music, sports, and entertainment partnerships create positive associations that have nothing to do with what you're actually drinking. The result? Millions of consumers unknowingly consume more sugar daily than recommended, fueling energy crashes, inflammation, and chronic health risks that develop slowly over time. The energy crash is particularly insidious. About 30 minutes after drinking a Pepsi, your blood sugar spikes dramatically. Your pancreas responds by flooding your system with insulin to bring blood sugar down. This rapid spike and crash leaves you feeling tired, irritable, and craving more sugar to bring your energy back up. It's a vicious cycle that keeps you reaching for another can, which is exactly what the company wants. If you thought Pepsi was just a harmless treat, think again. Behind every can is a carefully engineered sugar spike designed for maximum appeal, minimum transparency, and a long-term toll on your body. Your favorite cola may be cheap and tasty, but your health is paying the hidden cost in ways you won't fully understand until years down the line when the metabolic damage has already been done. Number 7. Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is the global icon of soda, recognized in virtually every country on Earth. The brand has become so ubiquitous that it's practically synonymous with American culture itself. But what looks like happiness in a bottle is actually a sugar trap engineered over more than a century of perfecting their formula for maximum appeal and minimum concern for consumer health. A 12-ounce can contains 39 grams of sugar, but sugar isn't the only hidden danger lurking beneath that red label. Coca-Cola combines sugar with phosphoric acid, caramel coloring, and sodium ingredients that work synergistically to intensify cravings and make stopping after one can almost impossible. This isn't accidental. It's the result of decades of research into how to create a beverage that people become psychologically and physiologically dependent on. The combination of high sugar and phosphoric acid works together in particularly harmful ways. The sugar spikes your blood glucose rapidly, while the phosphoric acid depletes calcium from your bones, subtly weakening your skeletal system over time. This is especially concerning for children and teenagers whose bones are still developing, and for older adults who are already at risk for osteoporosis. Independent testing has confirmed that Coca-Cola's syrup concentrations can vary by region, so the classic formula that the company so carefully guards isn't always what you think. Drinking a single can may overload your system with sugar, but the way the soda interacts with other additives amplifies its impact beyond just the sugar content alone. The caramel coloring, while making the drink visually appealing and consistent, has its own concerns. Some caramel colorings contain a compound called 4-methylimidazole, which has been linked to cancer in animal studies. While the amounts in soda are considered safe by regulatory agencies, the question remains: why consume it at all when it provides zero nutritional value? Marketing makes it worse. Coca-Cola doesn't emphasize these health risks in any of their advertising. Instead, you get polar bears, holiday campaigns featuring Santa Claus, and slogans that promise refreshment, happiness, and nostalgia. You see families coming together, friends laughing, people celebrating life's moments, all with a Coke in hand. That's exactly the point. The company spends billions creating these positive associations, building an emotional connection to their brand that has nothing to do with the actual beverage. You're seduced by branding, while your body absorbs twice the sugar you think and deals with the metabolic consequences. Long-term consumption is linked to obesity, type 2 diabetes, and cardiovascular stress. Even small cans or bottles are not small sugar doses. They're just marketing tricks to make you feel better about consuming slightly less of something that's still harmful. And if you buy international or generic versions, sugar levels can be even higher. Coca-Cola's global reach ensures that billions are unknowingly consuming more sugar than recommended daily, creating a worldwide health crisis that the company has largely escaped accountability for. Next time you reach for that red can, remember that Coca-Cola's sugar content is engineered for maximum pleasure, not health. Behind the smile of that iconic logo is a metabolic shock disguised as refreshment. The happiness they promise comes at a steep price that your body will pay for years to come. Number 6. Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew brands itself as the extreme soda for extreme energy, targeting an audience that values intensity, adventure, and pushing limits. The marketing features extreme sports, bright colors, and high-energy music. But extreme sugar comes with that manufactured fun. A 12-ounce can contains 46 grams of sugar more than a candy bar, more than what most people should consume in an entire day. Combine that massive sugar load with high caffeine content, and you've got a 1-2 punch on your metabolism that few beverages can match. Sugar spikes send your blood glucose soaring dramatically, and the caffeine ensures you crave more before the crash even hits. The caffeine masks the sugar crash temporarily, creating a sensation of sustained energy that's actually just masking metabolic chaos. Your body is struggling to process both the sugar overload and the stimulant simultaneously, putting stress on multiple systems at once. The neon green liquid and bold citrus flavor are designed specifically to mask the sugar overload and make it seem refreshing rather than concerning. The extreme color isn't natural. It comes from artificial dyes that serve no purpose other than making the drink visually distinctive and appealing to younger consumers. Independent labs confirm that Mountain Dew's formula varies slightly by region and production facility, making it impossible to know exactly how much sugar you're consuming in each sip. The variation might seem small on paper, but when you're already consuming dangerously high amounts, even slight increases matter. The combination of high sugar plus stimulants accelerates your body's insulin response, promotes fat storage in your abdominal area, and triggers repeated cravings that keep you reaching for more. Marketing doesn't warn you about any of this. Instead, it celebrates the energy rush and extreme lifestyle. The message is clear. Mountain Dew is for people who live on the edge, who aren't afraid to take risks, But the risk they don't mention is the one to your long-term health. Teenagers are particularly vulnerable to Mountain Dew's effects, as their metabolic response to both sugar and caffeine is more exaggerated than in adults. Their developing bodies are less equipped to handle these extreme doses, yet they're precisely the demographic the brand targets most aggressively. The result is a generation growing up with metabolic dysfunction normalized, setting them up for health problems in their 20s and 30s that would have been unheard of in previous generations. Even Diet Mountain Dew isn't the safe alternative many people think it is. Artificial sweeteners trigger insulin and appetite responses despite containing no actual sugar, leading many people to consume additional calories unknowingly throughout the day. Studies have shown that people who drink diet sodas don't lose weight and often gain weight because the artificial sweeteners disrupt the body's natural ability to regulate calorie intake. Convenience, branding, and nostalgia distract from the truth. Mountain Dew's sugar and caffeine combination is designed to hijack your body's natural hunger and reward signals. Every can you drink is a calculated sugar shock delivered with stimulants to keep you coming back. It's fun, bright, and addictive, but your body is paying the price with interest that compounds over time. Number 5. Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper markets itself as a unique soda with a flavor profile unlike any other. The brand's entire identity is built around being different, standing apart from traditional colas and citrus sodas. But uniqueness doesn't mean safer, and in this case, different doesn't mean better for your health. Each 12-ounce can contains 40 grams of sugar, mostly delivered through a caramel-like syrup designed to spike blood sugar rapidly and intensely. Independent studies show that this sugar, combined with artificial flavors and preservatives, promotes inflammation throughout your body, contributes to insulin resistance, and accelerates tooth decay. The combination of ingredients creates a perfect storm for metabolic dysfunction. Your immune system responds to the sugar spike as if it's an attack, triggering inflammatory responses. Do this repeatedly over months and years, and you're setting yourself up for chronic inflammation, a condition linked to virtually every major disease, including heart disease, cancer, and Alzheimer's. Dr. Pepper's famous 23 flavors promise a complex taste experience that keeps people guessing and coming back for more. It's a marketing masterstroke. The mystery makes people curious, and the complexity makes the drink seem more sophisticated than it actually is. But complexity and flavor masks a simple truth. Sugar overload delivered in a novel way is still sugar overload. Those 23 flavors don't make the 40 grams of sugar any less harmful to your body. High-volume production facilities prioritize shelf life and color consistency over nutrient integrity or health considerations. When you're producing millions of cans daily, the focus is on manufacturing efficiency and product consistency, not on what happens to consumers who drink it regularly. Consumer complaints about headaches, jitters, and stomach upset are common among Dr. Pepper drinkers, yet the brand continues to market nostalgia and uniqueness over transparency and health information. Even diet versions are not risk-free, as many consumers mistakenly believe. Artificial sweeteners in Diet Dr. Pepper can disrupt gut bacteria populations, altering the delicate balance of your microbiome in ways that affect everything from digestion to mood to immune function. These sweeteners can also trigger insulin responses even without actual sugar present, confusing your metabolic signaling systems. The high sugar content in standard formulas, combined with chemical additives that serve no nutritional purpose, means your body is absorbing double the risk immediate metabolic stress from sugar and long-term concerns from artificial ingredients. Marketing emphasizes identity and flavor uniqueness, creating a sense of belonging to a club of people who get it. Dr. Pepper drinkers often develop brand loyalty that borders on identity, defending their choice against cola drinkers. But your metabolism doesn't care about brand loyalty or flavor preferences. It pays for every sip with increased disease risk. Dr. Pepper exists to sell indulgence and nostalgia, not health. Behind every can is a carefully engineered sugar cocktail, designed to appeal to your taste buds and create psychological attachment while quietly impacting your body in ways that won't become obvious until significant damage has been done. Number 4. Fanta. Fanta's fruity packaging and bright colors make it look like a juice alternative, especially to parents shopping for their children. The bottles and cans feature images of fruit, giving the impression of something natural and wholesome, but it's a sugar bomb disguised in cheerful packaging. A 12-ounce can contains 44 grams of sugar, often hidden under natural flavors, claims that mean virtually nothing from a regulatory standpoint. The term natural flavors is so broad and loosely defined that it provides no real information about what you're consuming. Bright orange, grape, or purple bottles trick your brain into thinking you're drinking something healthy, or at least fruit-derived, but independent testing shows sugar levels higher than many candy bars. In fact, you'd be better off eating a candy bar in many cases, because at least you'd know exactly what you're consuming and the portion size is naturally limited. The sweeteners, colors, and flavors work together to mask the effects of high fructose corn syrup. Your taste buds register fruit flavor, not sugar overload. Sugar spikes lead to insulin surges, energy crashes, and repeated cravings throughout the day. Teenagers and young adults are especially vulnerable as their bodies respond faster to sugar cues, and they're more susceptible to marketing that positions Fanta as fun and youthful. Fanta doesn't disclose detailed processing information or sugar testing results from independent laboratories. Every batch is designed to taste sweet, vibrant, and refreshing, regardless of actual health impact. The consistency you experience from can to can isn't natural, it's engineered through precise control of artificial ingredients. Even when marketed as low-calorie in some regions, Fanta uses chemical substitutes with their own risks that the company doesn't adequately disclose or warn consumers about. The artificial colors that make Fanta so visually appealing have been linked to behavioral issues in children in some studies, though the evidence remains debated. What isn't debated is that these colors serve no nutritional purpose whatsoever. They exist solely to make the product more attractive and marketable. Drinking Fanta isn't just a guilty pleasure, it's a metabolic trap designed to appeal to people who think they're making a better choice than cola. Your body doesn't know it's being hit with double the sugar, because your brain is distracted by fruit flavors and bright packaging. Marketing hides reality behind cheerfulness and fun, but independent labs don't lie. Behind every brightly colored can is a sugar load engineered for maximum enjoyment, minimum transparency, and long-term health consequences that parents unknowingly impose on their children with every purchase. Number 3. Sunkist. Sunkist's bright orange branding makes it seem harmless, even healthy. The name itself evokes sunshine, vitamin C, and the health benefits of citrus fruit, but one 12-ounce can contain 48 grams of sugar, more than 11 teaspoons. That's nearly twice the daily recommended limit for added sugar in a single can. Artificial colors and preservatives enhance appearance and taste, masking sugar's immediate effect on blood glucose and long-term impact on metabolism. Sunkist markets itself as fruit-flavored, creating an association with actual fruit that is completely misleading. Testing confirms it has far more sugar than an actual glass of orange juice, and unlike orange juice, it contains 0 vitamins, 0 fiber, and 0 actual nutritional benefit. You're getting all of the sugar with none of the benefits that make fruit a healthy choice. Sugar spikes from Sunkist lead to inflammation, energy crashes, and progressive insulin resistance that worsens with every can consumed. The combination of artificial coloring and sweeteners may also increase oxidative stress in your cells, causing damage at the molecular level that accumulates over time. This type of damage contributes to aging, disease development, and cellular dysfunction that won't manifest for years or decades, making it easy to ignore in the moment. Marketing appeals to nostalgia, flavor preferences, and fun memories, but completely ignores transparency about health effects. Labels list natural and artificial flavors, yet provide no detail about sugar concentration variations between batches or specific health risks. This vague language is legally compliant but deliberately uninformative, designed to satisfy regulatory requirements while providing consumers with no actionable information. Long-term consumption of Sunkist is linked to metabolic syndrome, obesity, and type 2 diabetes diseases that are becoming epidemic in populations that consume these beverages regularly. The correlation is clear in population studies, even though the company will never acknowledge it publicly. Your body registers the sugar spike and the insulin surge, even if your brain is distracted by the bright packaging and associations with fruit. Sunkist is a sugar wolf dressed in orange, pretending to be something wholesome while delivering one of the highest sugar loads in the soda category. Number 2. 7-Up. 7-Up is marketed as crisp, clear, and lighter than darker sodas. The branding emphasizes cleanliness and refreshment, using imagery of bubbles and clear liquid to suggest purity. But don't be fooled by appearances. Each 12-ounce can contains 38 grams of sugar, nearly reaching the levels of darker colas that consumers perceive as heavier and less healthy. The light, lemon-lime flavor tricks your brain into thinking sugar content is low. There's a psychological effect at play. Clear sodas seem lighter and healthier than dark ones, even when the nutritional content is virtually identical. Chemical sweeteners and corn syrup deliver a hidden load that your perception underestimates significantly. Here's something most people don't know. Clear sodas can spike blood sugar faster than darker sodas because they're absorbed more quickly in the digestive system without the slight buffering effect that some of the compounds in darker sodas provide. Testing shows sugar content can vary slightly by batch and region, adding uncertainty to each serving. When you're already consuming levels that are too high, this variation matters more than you might think. Even diet versions often include chemical sweeteners that disrupt gut health, alter your microbiome composition, and trigger insulin responses despite containing no actual sugar. These artificial sweeteners can also increase cravings for sweet foods throughout the day, ultimately leading to higher overall calorie consumption. Marketing emphasizes refreshment and purity, using clean imagery and associations with natural citrus, but your metabolism is paying the price for that perceived lightness. One can of 7-Up can destabilize blood sugar levels, trigger cravings that persist for hours, and accelerate long-term health risks in ways that seem minor at first but compound over time. This isn't light soda. It's a hidden sugar weapon that uses your own perceptions against you. Number 1. Sprite. Sprite seems harmless with its lemon-lime branding and clear, bubbly appearance. It's been marketed as the clean, crisp alternative to heavier sodas, positioned as refreshing and light. But it's arguably the worst offender on this entire list. A 12-ounce can contains 39 grams of sugar, but the hidden reality is significantly worse than this number suggests. Citric acid and sodium work synergistically with the sugar to amplify absorption rates, increasing cravings and metabolic disruption beyond what sugar alone would cause. The citric acid increases the speed at which sugar enters your bloodstream, while the sodium makes you thirstier, encouraging you to drink more. It's a perfectly engineered cycle that keeps you consuming more than you intended. Diet versions substitute sugar with artificial sweeteners, which research increasingly shows may disrupt gut microbiota composition and trigger insulin spikes despite containing no actual sugar. Your body responds to the sweet taste as if sugar is coming, preparing for a glucose load that never arrives, which confuses metabolic signaling and can lead to increased hunger and cravings. Independent lab tests show sugar content consistency issues across regions and production facilities, meaning you could be consuming more than the label suggests. When you're already at the limit of safe sugar consumption, these variations can push you over the edge without you even knowing it. Marketing emphasizes refreshment and lightness, using imagery of athletes and active people to suggest that Sprite is compatible with a healthy lifestyle. The reality couldn't be further from the truth. Sprite is sugar in disguise, a wolf in lemon-lime clothing designed to make your brain crave more while downplaying the metabolic consequences. The perceived lightness makes people drink it more frequently and in larger quantities than they would heavier sodas. It's seen as a safe choice, a better alternative, when in fact, it's engineered to be maximally addictive while appearing minimally harmful. 3 honest soda brands you can trust. After exposing the 8 worst offenders, it's only fair to show you that better options exist. These 3 brands prioritize transparency, use real ingredients, and don't hide behind marketing deception. Number 3. Zevia. Zevia represents a complete departure from traditional soda companies. They use stevia, a plant-based sweetener derived from the stevia plant, instead of sugar or corn syrup. Stevia has been used for centuries in South America and provides sweetness without affecting blood glucose levels. Independent testing confirms 0 hidden sugar, 0 calories, and clean, non-GMO ingredients across their entire product line. You get soda flavor and carbonation without blood sugar spikes, insulin surges, or the metabolic chaos that comes with high-sugar beverages. Zevia comes in multiple flavors: cola, root beer, ginger ale, cream soda, and various fruit flavors, proving that you don't need 40 grams of sugar to create an enjoyable beverage. The company is transparent about their ingredients, their sourcing, and their manufacturing processes. What you see on the label is exactly what you get in the can, with no variations, no hidden formulas, and no deceptive marketing. The transition from regular soda to Zevia might take a few days as your taste buds adjust, but most people report that after a week, They actually prefer it and find regular sodas too sweet and overwhelming. Number 2. Blue Sky Soda. Blue Sky represents the middle ground, a traditional soda experience with significantly reduced health risks. They're organic and sweetened with cane sugar at controlled levels that are far lower than mainstream brands, usually around 20 grams per can instead of 40 or more. That's still sugar, and it still requires moderation, but it's half the metabolic impact of conventional sodas. Simple ingredients, full transparency, and minimal processing make it a safer choice for people who want the occasional soda without the extreme sugar load. Blue Sky doesn't use high fructose corn syrup, artificial colors, or preservatives. They're committed to organic ingredients and honest labeling. When you read their ingredient list, you can actually understand and pronounce everything listed. The company publishes detailed information about their sourcing and manufacturing, something mainstream soda companies would never do. Blue Sky proves that traditional soda can exist without requiring deception or extreme sugar levels. It's a compromise that allows for occasional indulgence without the severe health consequences of regular mainstream soda consumption. Number 1. Boylan Bottling Co. Boylan sodas represent the gold standard of honest beverage manufacturing. They use cane sugar instead of high fructose corn syrup, real fruit extracts for flavoring, and carbonated water. That's it. No artificial additives, no mysterious natural flavors, no chemical preservatives. Lab tests show their sugar content matches what's printed on the labels with remarkable consistency, showing no hidden syrups or concentration variations across batches. Boylan offers full flavor and satisfaction without surprises, deception, or health sabotage. Their sodas taste like what soda used to be before corporations optimized everything for profit margins and addiction potential. The bottles are glass, the ingredients are simple, and the company has been making sodas the right way for over a century. They're a family-owned business that never sold out to corporate interests or compromised their standards for market share. Boylan sodas cost more than mainstream brands, but you're paying for quality, honesty, and ingredients that won't wreck your metabolism. When you consider the health costs of conventional sodas, Boylan is actually cheaper in the long run. There you have it. 8 soda brands hiding dangerous sugar levels, harmful additives, and metabolic sabotage behind decades of clever marketing, celebrity endorsements, and nostalgic campaigns, and 3 honest brands proving you can enjoy flavor without destroying your health. The mainstream brands we examined aren't accidentally unhealthy or ignorant about nutrition science. They're deliberately and carefully engineered by food scientists and marketing teams to maximize consumption, create dependency, and drive profits while minimizing transparency and genuine concern for consumer well-being. Cheap convenience, nostalgic branding, flashy colors, and emotional advertising might make a soda appealing in the moment of purchase, but your blood sugar, metabolism, and long-term health pay the real cost that never appears on the price tag. Every can of conventional soda represents a calculated bet against your future self, trading a few minutes of immediate pleasure and refreshment for long-term consequences that accumulate silently. The energy crashes, chronic inflammation, progressive weight gain, diabetes risk, cardiovascular stress, and metabolic dysfunction aren't theoretical possibilities or exaggerations. They're well-documented medical outcomes of regular soda consumption backed by decades of research. Switch to one of the 3 honest brands and feel the tangible difference in energy levels, digestive health, and mental clarity within just a few weeks. Your body will thank you in ways you'll actually notice. You'll experience more stable energy throughout the day without the roller coaster of spikes and crashes, fewer intense cravings for sugar and junk food, better quality sleep, improved mood stability, and even clearer thinking. These aren't small, barely noticeable benefits. They're life-changing improvements that compound exponentially over months and years. If this expose changed how you view soda and opened your eyes to the systematic deception happening in every beverage aisle, share it with friends and family who desperately need to know the truth. Your health is far too important and irreplaceable to sacrifice for nostalgia and manipulative marketing. The beverage industry has been lying to consumers for decades. It's finally time to stop believing their carefully crafted illusions and start actively protecting yourself.